bonjour, hello, Winnicott.
What's with the French?
Oh, I've been chatting a lot with the French exchange students this week. This is my friend Coco. How are you doing today, Coco?
Good, and you?
Great. How are you liking America so far?
I love America.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Winnicott welcomed 22 students and 2 teachers from St. Quentin, France to participate in a linguistic and cultural exchange with Winnicott students. This relationship started 4 years ago by French teacher Kelly Richards. The visiting students and teachers attended classes on Monday and Friday, as well as taking field trips to Boston, Salem, Mass, and Portsmouth. It was a fun experience for all.
Wow, that's amazing. I wish I was able to attend our trip to France. It sounds like a fantastic time, and it seems like the French students enjoyed coming here too.
Yeah, very great.
I agree. Have you gone on any interesting trips lately?
Oh, well, I joined Matt on his trip to Regal Cinemas to see the new Mario movie.
Really? Well, what did he think of it?
Well, I'll let him tell you.
Super Mario. I seriously doubt that there's anyone who doesn't know who that is, whether you have played one of his many games or not. At this point, the red mustachioed plumber can't be too far behind Mickey Mouse when it comes to sheer iconicness. But unlike Mickey Mouse, Mario has mostly stayed in his lane when it comes to what form of media he's in. Which means there hasn't really been many products of his outside of the video games. But then, in 1993, Mario took his first steps onto the big screen, resulting in a horrendous train wreck that may just be the worst movie of all time, while also not following any of the source material presented from the games. This was the sorry state of Mario-related movies for nearly 30 years. Until 2021, when the Super Mario Bros. Movie was announced. The movie was going to be produced by Illumination, the studio that brought us the Minions. And Hop. This was not super exciting for many people. What was also not exciting, but way funnier, was the voice cast, which was revealed months before any footage was shown. The cast list was made up of all celebrities, which varied as to how well they seemed to fit their roles. Some choices were considered great, such as Jack Black as the main antagonist Bowser, or Charlie Day as Mario's timid brother Luigi. But the one choice that kept everyone talking was Chris Pratt as Mario. Before I talk about that, I should say what I thought about the other aspects of the movie first. First and foremost, the animation was simply gorgeous, easily being one of, if not the best looking unstylized animated movie of all time.
It was a very good movie. I thought the animation was amazing. It was very realistic for like Illumination and stuff like that. Yeah. It's amazing, like Disney top tier animation, and I think it was very like close to like the games. It was very can't think of the word, but it was very close to the games. I really liked that.
Along with the animation just generally looking good, there are many hidden Easter eggs and secrets for die-hard Mario fans to find and be excited about.
There are a bunch of references that I caught that I was like, hey, I understand that because I grew up playing the Mario games. And I feel like the entire group that I went with, we all just kind of looked at each other during specific scenes, did that really just happen?
The musical score, however, seemed to be a mixed bag for some. On one hand, the thrown-in pop songs from the 80s could be seen as an addition that had no reason to be there. On the other hand, the orchestrated versions of some of the best songs from the Mario franchise was truly a standout part of the entire film.
Oh, the original score was absolutely beautiful, the way they were able to take all the old Mario songs and just mix them together. The pop songs caught me for a loop, but I thought it was fun.
The music, top notch, amazing. Very beautiful movie, yes.
The music is remixed and reimagined in ways that really reminds you that you're watching a movie, not just an adaptation of a game series. The plot, while light, is very easy to follow if you're a Mario fan. If you are not at least familiar with the basic concepts of the games, the plot's fast-paced speed will most likely overwhelm you. And now with all that out of the way, I'll now talk about Chris Pratt as Mario. And my opinion on that is that he didn't do half bad, which was an opinion shared by other viewers as well.
I didn't have high hopes because I'm not a big Chris Pratt fan. So I was like, oh, Chris Pratt as Mario. Wasn't looking forward to it, but I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. So that's pretty awesome.
I will give him credit. He was better than I thought he would be. So, it didn't bring the movie down at all.
Mario was amazing. I think Chris Pratt did a very good job with his voice. I was a little iffy on it, but it was pretty good. I really liked it.
For what it was, he did fine as the role, and at times I was able to forget that it was Chris Pratt and just imagine Mario's voice. With all this in mind, my final review of the movie is that it's a whopping 9 out of 10. I'm a very big fan of the games, but I think even someone who simply knows the characters by name can get a good time out of this movie, which is all it really is. There's no deep plot or message, but rather it feels more like a love letter to the games.
It was an amazing movie. Everyone should go watch it. It's the Super Mario Brothers. Wahoo! Let's go.
This is Matthew Silvestri for WHTV.
It sure looks like you all had a really fun time.
Oh, we totally did. Following this trend of trips, recently we had some students travel to Washington, D.C. Last week, a small group of students went on a week-long trip to our nation's capital. During this trip, they met other students from all across the country and got to travel around with them. They visited monuments, museums, and even got to meet representatives. Students that attended the trip do not need to take Foundations of Democracy their senior year, and many argue that this is a much more hands-on way to learn about our country. If you're looking to maybe take this trip next year, keep your eyes peeled for the announcements.
That's so cool.
Hopefully they learned a lot.
If only there was a competition where they could use whatever they learned.
Well, how about the Granite State Challenge?
I think one of our reporters did a story on that.
Let's check it out.
Winnicott's very own team just competed in the Granite State Challenge. The challenge is a trivia competition pitting schools against each other. For this challenge round, it was Winnicott versus Oyster River High School. Winnicott's team consisted of Vivian Arsenal, Tony Petrowski, Adam Cooper, and Emma Roy. Sydney Whalen and Chloe Marks were the alternates. Kevin Fleming was the team's driver and coordinator. He's been coaching Winnicott's team for about 30 years. Mr. Fleming wanted to add that he really enjoyed working with this year's team and that it was a nice experience.
Just that if I can figure out how to encourage the students to be free enough to just try answering the question without hesitating, but without being too quick that you didn't understand the basics of the question. For example, if it's a Civil War battle, what do you need to hear in order to answer the question? The year of the battle, the general, the state that the battle took place in? What do you need to hear? We have never won the finals, but we've been in the finals maybe about 4 times. So we've done very well over the years. I'll bet we have one of the, maybe up until recently, because it's kind of shifted a bit, but we've won a lot more than we've lost, which not many schools can say that.
Senior Sydney Whalen says that this is her first time competing in this, but that she'd come back and do it again if she could.
This is not a slander video. I am stating I respect Lincoln from Oyster River. However, from the bottom of my heart, if I was younger, and to all younger classmen, this is going to become a propaganda video, join Granite State Challenge and beat Lincoln from Oyster River. Beat them. Join them and beat them.
Were filmed in New Zealand.
The Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
Wait, hold on. I want to add something about, also, I want to tell all the people here at Winnicott, Oxford blue is Mr. Fleming's favorite color, which I also found out. Compared to any other trivia, that is the thing that has stuck with me the most.
Winnicott finished with a score of 230 and Oyster River with a score of 350. If you'd like to watch the challenge, it's available on New Hampshire PBS's YouTube channel. Congratulations to the competitors and great job. This is Molly Frost for WHTV.
Congratulations to the students that competed in the challenge.
Talking about challenges, Winnicott recently won the NH State Championship for FinLit 300. The competition was held at the Grappone Conference Center in Concord, NH. There are 30 questions across 6 categories: earning income, spending, saving, investing, managing credit, and managing risk. Winning team members from the state championship event will each receive $100. Additionally, the winning coach and coaches will receive a free registration to the National Jumpstart Teacher Conference in November 2023 to be held in Phoenix, Arizona. In the final round, Winnicott won against Raymond with a score of 184 to 76. Oof.
Congratulations again to the competitors.
We have one more story for you all today, Winnicott. Unified basketball.
Take a look.
What are unified sports?
So our first unified team was created in 2019. It was the basketball team. Mr. Albert, he had an idea. He wanted to get his students more involved. So he made it happen.
Unified sports are collaboration between students with disabilities and without disabilities. It's an NHIAA recognized sport. They come together to compete against other teams in New Hampshire.
In 2019, Mr. Albert gathered a group of students of varying abilities and formed the first WHS Unified Basketball team. As one of the school's special education teachers, he saw a need for a program to foster social interactions among his students and connect them with their peers. The athletes play to their own abilities and the partners are there on the court to support them. Partners can move the ball up the court, but only the athletes are allowed to shoot and score. Similar to basketball, soccer partners are not allowed to score. Track does have some events where partners from each team can compete. If you have ever been to a unified event, you know that the school board was not the focus. Don't get me wrong, we love to win. But above all is making sure that the players on both teams get to experience a basket, goal, personal best, and most importantly, experience that feeling that you only get from being part of the team. In 2019, Jake Fredericks was the first partner to sign up for Unified Basketball as a freshman. Now a senior, he has played all 4 years.
So my freshman year, I got nominated by Larry Francor to join the team, and obviously right away I said yes. I know I've met so many great friends through Unified Sports, and I love them coming up to me during the day. And without that, I think my days would be a lot worse. Before Unified started, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and then when I joined Unified my freshman year, I really fell in love working with students with special needs, and I really think that might be a career in my future.
Speaking from personal experience, the camaraderie and social skills that I had gained from participating in Unified Sports has played an important part of my high school career. It has helped me become more comfortable with communication and social interactions. Being on the team has taught me to be a better student and is preparing me for whatever the future holds. This year, we have the most graduating seniors yet, and they are some pretty big shoes to fill. Shake has some great advice for everyone wondering if they have what it takes.
You don't need to be an athlete at all to play Unified Sports. You just need to be there, be committed, have fun, work hard, and just have a good time with all the players.
To sign up, you can email Coach Albert at balbert@warriors.wintercard.org for next year's basketball and soccer teams, or Coach Foss at ofoss@warriors.wintercard.org for track season, which starts on April 18th. This is Tom Leno for WHTV, and I'll see you on the track.
Well, that's all for this week, Winnicott.
Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, Winnicott.